American stand-up comedy legend Bob Newhart, whose deadpan delivery style earned him numerous awards, has died at the age of 94. The star of TV series The Bob Newhart Show, Newhart passed away at home after a series of short illnesses. His publicist, Jerry Digney, confirmed the death. Newhart became a stand-up comic after starting his career as an accountant in Chicago. He went on to guest host Johnny Carson's Tonight Show 87 times. More recently, he starred in classic Christmas film Elf and The Big Bang Theory. The son of a plumber in a suburb of Chicago, Newhart graduated with a business degree from Loyola University in 1952. He served in the Army for 2 years during the Korean War, then enrolled in a graduate law school before dropping out. Newhart, best remembered now as the star of 2 hit television shows of the 1970s and 1980s that bore his name, launched his career as a stand-up comic in the late 1950s. He gained nationwide fame when his routine was captured on vinyl in 1960 as The Button-Down Mind of Bob Newhart, which went on to win a Grammy Award as Album of the Year. While other comedians of the time, including Lenny Bruce, Mort Sahl, Alan King and Mike Nichols and Elaine May, frequently got laughs with their aggressive attacks on modern mores, Newhart was an anomaly. His outlook was modern, but he rarely raised his voice above a hesitant, almost stammering delivery. His only prop was a telephone, used to pretend to hold a conversation with someone on the other end of the line. Another favorite was Merchandising the Wright Brothers, in which he tried to persuade the aviation pioneers to start an airline, although he acknowledged the distance of their maiden flight could limit them. Lou Dobbs, a veteran broadcast journalist who helped launch CNN and later became an outspoken conservative, died Thursday. He was 78. Dobbs's career spanned 5 decades, during which he became one of the most recognizable business journalists in the U.S. Dobbs won a variety of news awards, including a Peabody Award for coverage of the 1987 stock market crash and a Lifetime Achievement Emmy in 2005. But in later years, he espoused extremist rhetoric and embraced rising populist and conspiratorial ideas in the Republican Party, earning him widespread criticism from mainstream journalists. Dobbs also became a supporter of former President Donald Trump, who appeared to be the first person to tell the world that he had died. Dobbs, a Texas native who attended Harvard University, started out as a local news reporter in Arizona, where he eventually became an on-air anchor and drew the attention of Ted Turner, as he was looking for people to start a new kind of cable channel that would focus entirely on news. Dobbs's money line became a staple of that channel, CNN, for more than 20 years, making him one of the most recognized business journalists in the world. But his political evolution toward an embrace of populism, including a deep and outspoken skepticism of immigration, eventually put him at odds with Turner and CNN management. Dobbs left CNN in 1999 to found Space.com, only to return in 2001 to host what would become Lou Dobbs Tonight. He left again in 2009 when he began to embrace the unfounded theory that Barack Obama had not been born in the U.S. and was not an American citizen. Dobbs would go on to host a radio show and in 2010 joined Fox Business Network, which would remain his home for a decade. Pat Williams, the basketball executive who helped bring the NBA's Orlando Magic to Florida, died Wednesday, his team announced in a statement. He was 84 years old. His cause of death was reportedly complications from viral pneumonia. Williams got his start in sports via baseball, first as a minor league catcher, then as an executive in the Philadelphia Phillies and Minnesota Twins organizations. He moved to basketball with the Sixers in 1968. That basketball career ended up lasting more than 4 decades, spent mostly with the Magic as general manager and senior vice president. That tenure saw the drafting of Shaquille O'Neal and Dwight Howard, as well as trades for the likes of Penny Hardaway and the signing of Tracy McGrady. Williams received the John W. Bunn Lifetime Achievement Award in 2012 from the Naismith Hall of Fame and was a member of the inaugural class of the Magic's Hall of Fame. Williams retired in 2019. Per the Magic, he is survived by his wife Ruth and their 19 children, 14 of whom are adopted from foreign countries. When the couple divorced in 1996, it was front-page news in the Orlando Sentinel. Mr. Williams remarried soon after, to Ruth Hanchey, whom he had met when she conducted a time management seminar for the Magic. He recalled in 2022 that when they were dating, she lamented having had only one child, a daughter. Mr. Williams's early career in baseball can be traced to his childhood friendship with Robert Carpenter III, known as Rooley, whose family owned the Phillies. They remained close until Mr. Carpenter died in 2021. Jana Bommersbach was an award-winning investigative reporter for the Phoenix New-Times, a regular columnist for Phoenix magazine, and she wrote the authoritative story of one of Arizona's crime legends in the book The Trunk Murderess, Winnie Ruth Judd. She died this week after a long illness. Bommersbach was 78. In 2005, she was inducted into the Arizona Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame, and she was inducted into the Arizona Women's Hall of Fame in 2020. In 2014, she spoke with KJZZ's The Show about her novel Cattle Kate, the only woman ever lynched as a cattle rustler. She was the author of several books, including both fiction and nonfiction, as well as a children's book. She talked with KJZZ in 2016 about her children's book, A Squirrel's Story. Bommersbach died Wednesday, while in hospice care in her home state of North Dakota. A memorial in Phoenix will be set for a later date.